All right, so get this. Today we're diving into AI and creativity.
Hmm.
Specifically, can AI be more creative than us humans? We got this research paper, right, and it jumps right into this debate. They wanted to see if AI could generate truly new research ideas, specifically in natural language processing or NLP.
Yeah, it's like they set up a creativity showdown. On one side, human NLP experts brainstorming those cutting-edge research ideas, and on the other side, an AI agent, same goal, come up with the most groundbreaking NLP research ideas.
Okay, so, how do you even judge something as, creative? I mean, were they looking for the most poetic research titles or what?
Well, that's where the study gets really interesting. They had a whole separate group of NLP experts to act as judges. And these judges, they blindly evaluated all the ideas, both human and AI generated, without knowing, who came up with what.
Ah, clever.
Right. So they were looking at a few things. Novelty, so how original and unexpected the idea was. Excitement, so did it spark genuine interest and could it, push the field forward? And of course, feasibility, meaning could you actually turn this idea into a real research project?
So it couldn't just be some outlandish, impossible idea. Had to have real-world potential. So what happened? Did the AI rise to the challenge?
Okay, so get this. When it came to novelty, the AI crushed it. Consistently rated as more novel than the human experts' ideas.
Wait, hold on. So we're saying an AI, without any, real-world experience, came up with more original research ideas than people who've dedicated their careers to this.
That's exactly what they found. And it really makes you think about creativity, doesn't it? What does it even mean to be creative? Is it making these unexpected connections, breaking free from how we've always thought about things? This study suggests that AI might be surprisingly good at both.
So not just rearranging existing ideas, but actually coming up with new concepts. Do you think this means AI has some secret access to creativity that we humans don't?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Remember, AI is trained on tons of data, right? In this case, the AI had access to a massive amount of NLP research. So it's possible it was able to identify patterns and connections that even the most experienced human researchers might have missed just because of the sheer volume of data.
So maybe not a secret wellspring, but a different perspective on the data.
Exactly. And that different perspective, that's a form of creativity in itself, right? So this study suggests AI could be this powerful tool for helping researchers break out of their own biases and explore new territory.
Okay, but how exciting could these AI ideas actually be? Were they truly groundbreaking or just weird?
Oh, they were not just weird. These AI-generated ideas, they were exciting too. Really exciting. Remember those judges? All experienced NLP researchers. And these ideas, they got them genuinely fired up.
Right. All right. You got to give us the goods. What kind of AI-generated idea is exciting enough to get a room full of NLP experts buzzing?
So one that really jumped out involved this idea of quantum superposition.
Quantum what now?
Yeah, I know. It sounds kind of sci-fi, but stay with me here.
Okay, I'm picturing Captain Picard asking the AI for research advice.
Well, maybe not quite like that. But the core idea, it's fascinating. It's about basically having the AI consider multiple answers or approaches at the same time, and quantum mechanics, right? A particle can exist in multiple states until you actually measure it.
Okay. I'm following, I think. How do you apply that to NLP, though? We're not building AI that can teleport, are we?
Not yet, at least. But think about how AI deals with uncertainty now, right? Often it latches onto the first answer that seems plausible, even if it's not totally sure. This new approach, it's like encouraging the AI to explore all those different paths at the same time and weigh their possibilities before landing on a solution.
So instead of the AI saying, here's the answer, it's more like, here are a few possibilities, let's think about them.
Exactly. And the researchers think this approach might lead to AI systems that are, more transparent about what they don't know, more open to revising what they thought initially, and ultimately more creative in how they solve problems.
I got to admit, that is a pretty mind-blowing concept. But how did the human experts react to this whole quantum superposition thing?
It was a mixed bag, really. Some were blown away by the potential, they saw it as a total game changer for AI and uncertainty. Others were a bit more like, whoa, slow down. They thought it was a cool idea, but maybe a little too far out there right now.
Yeah, it's not like we could just snap our fingers and have AI working on quantum principles tomorrow.
For sure. And that brings us back to feasibility, right? One of the key things those judges were looking at. The AI was great at novel, exciting ideas, but the practicality, not always spot on.
So even if some AI ideas were brilliant, they might not be something we can actually do with the tech we have right now.
Exactly. And that's where the human element is still so important. It's one thing for AI to suggest this quantum superposition thing for NLP, but to actually design, build, and make a system that can do that, that's where human ingenuity and expertise, even creativity, are still essential.
Like, the AI gives us a glimpse of what might be possible, but we humans still have to figure out how to get there.
Yes. Now, this quantum idea is just one example. There were others, just as mind-bending.
Oh, we can't resist a good deep dive.
Yeah.
What else did this AI come up with? Okay, lay it on me. What other wild ideas did this AI cook up?
All right, so picture this. They trained a language model on code, right? But not just any code. This was code specifically designed to be buggy, full of errors, inefficiencies, the works.
Okay, so like deliberately bad code? What's the point of that?
So the AI's job was to learn from this messed up code and then use what it learned to get better at spotting and fixing bugs in other code.
That's interesting. So it's like learning from mistakes, but on a whole other level.
Right. And the thing is, it worked. The AI was really good at finding patterns, even in that chaos of buggy code. Researchers think this kind of approach could lead to AI that's more, robust, adaptable, able to learn and improve, even with imperfect data, which, let's face it, is most data in the real world.
That's a good point. It's like being able to find the signal in the noise, which is something we humans could probably get better at too. But this whole time, were the human researchers just like watching the AI do its thing?
Oh, not at all. The human experts, they had some intriguing ideas too. One group wanted to develop new ways to teach AI systems how to understand and generate different styles of language.
Oh, like how you'd write a formal email versus a text message to a friend.
Exactly. Or like how a novelist would describe something versus a journalist. We get those nuances, but for an AI, understanding those subtle differences in style, it's a big deal.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the AI is over here learning from buggy code, and the humans are trying to teach it about style and nuance. What else were the humans working on?
Well, they were also really focused on making AI more transparent, more explainable, because right now a lot of AI feels like this, black box. We know it works, but not always how it gets there.
Yeah, that's always been one of the big concerns with AI, right? This lack of transparency.
Right. And the human researchers, they get that. So they're thinking about the bigger picture, not just making AI smarter, but making it more trustworthy, understandable.
So it seems like it's not about humans versus AI, but finding ways for them to work together.
Exactly. And the study actually found that when humans and AI did collaborate, even in simple ways, the results were even better. For example, just having human experts look over and re-rank the AI's ideas, it led to much more promising research directions.
So it's about leveraging each other's strengths, right?
Yeah.
The AI can explore all these possibilities, come up with these wild ideas, and then the humans can come in with their judgment, their understanding of what's actually doable, and, make sure those ideas actually go somewhere useful.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So for our listeners who stuck with us through this whole deep dive, what's the takeaway here? What should they be thinking about?
I think the biggest thing is AI has huge potential, but so does human ingenuity and collaboration. We're at this really exciting point, and the biggest breakthroughs are probably going to come from people who can bridge that gap between human and artificial intelligence.
Absolutely. Well said. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into AI and creativity. Keep those questions coming, everyone. And until next time, remember, sometimes the most unexpected ideas lead to the most incredible discoveries.